Hey everybody, this is Jeff at Whirlwind Family Farm, and who doesn't like carrots? Well, maybe not everybody likes carrots. I like carrots. Most people do like carrots in one way, maybe in a salad, maybe just eating them, but they're great. They're just have a lot of nutrition. They're just crunchy, they're great. Carrots are awesome. But growing carrots is a whole nother matter. It's tricky. Until I started this market garden, I never really thought about how to raise them, how to germinate, what to do. So it's tricky. There's a few things you need to know, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, the first thing you need to know about carrots is they like a very non-compacted soil. And what I mean by that is it's loose, it's soft, it also has a lot of nutrition. So as you can see in this row right here where there is compost, and we will add compost to this soon, is that one of the things you need to make sure is that the soil is very, very prepared for carrots. Now, one of the things that we'll talk about in other chapters and other times here at Whirlwind Family Farm is we are no-till. So we use a thing called a broad fork. You may be familiar or very familiar, but that's what we like to use to make sure that the soil is not turned over. It's not flipped over where microorganisms are lost, but at the same time, the soil needs to be loose because the carrots have to go down, and you don't want carrots that are turning to the side or bending a little bit. You want something that has a nice, straight, looks like a carrot's supposed to look. So that's what we're going to look at today, is the broad fork and how to use it. And this is a tool that takes a little bit of practice, but you want to use this very effectively, and also you want to be able to use it where you've got that soil loosened for your carrot. So what you do is you go in, press down with your foot, weight of your own weight, push down in there. Now what we don't want to do is flip the soil over where it dries out. We just want to pull back where we're just cracking the soil a little bit to loosen it up, and then pull that broad fork about 6 to 8 inches and do the process over again. So in this case, it's about a 50-foot row, and usually takes me about 10 minutes to do that. It's a nice workout as well, by the way. But you can go in, loosen that soil, and I recommend maybe even going over it twice if this is a small area that you may have, or something maybe a little bit bigger. Again, we like to have 50-foot beds out here, 30 inches wide. That's kind of our standard, and we'll talk about that at some point. But for carrots, good loose soil. Next, we're going to talk about getting that compost down so they've got something that's the nutrition to feed those carrots to make sure they grow well. So now that your bed has been broad forked, you go in and put down your compost. This bed has been already prepped, and we like to put down about 1 inch to 1/2 inch of compost. Make sure and put that down ahead of time. Actually, you can put compost down once or twice a year on a bed and really get that nutrition down into that soil on those top layers that you're looking for your carrots or any of your vegetables that you're growing. But specifically today, we're talking about carrots. So now your bed prep has happened. We have broad forked, as we showed you. We've now put compost down on your row. So now we need to go in and sow those seeds on a smaller bed. This doesn't have to be done with a seeder. I have some beds out here that are long enough where it's difficult to get down and do it by hand. I use the Earthway seeder. There are a lot more expensive brands out on the market, some very good products out there, and we'll do a little bit of research on that in the future. But the Earthway, I recommend it. It's priced well. It's got different size seed plates depending on the size of seeds that you use. This is one of the smaller ones. I like to go up one size on the carrots so we're getting a good distribution. And you can always, if they come in a little bit too thick, of course you can always go in and thin out a row. But first of all, we don't want, because these are tiny seeds, you don't want them very deep. So when we make a furrow, we're about a 1/4 inch deep. You can literally do this with your fingers. Drop those seeds in there and then go back and cover them up. As simple as that. So it's a very simple process to do it by hand. You can do them crossways. this way or long ways. However, we usually like to keep, if we have multiple rows, we keep them about 1.5 to 2 inches apart on a 30-inch bed. So this bed right here could easily have 4 rows, which is typically what we do out here. We'll go in with 4 rows. But to look at the earthway cedar, very simple. We set the furrow, we set it right at 1/4 of an inch. So we're not getting those in there very deep. They're just nicely put into the compost or into the soil. And then of course the chain and the trail wheel comes in and covers those seeds up, which is just a very simple process. Your seeds go into your hopper. Your plate has been placed here. You've chosen, as I said, I like to go with the smaller size to drop those seeds out. And again, the earthway does a good job of putting those seeds in the ground. So let's give it a try. Let's go ahead and take that kickstand up. And like I said, on a row like this, you can get at least 4 rows in. Start out on the edge and start really going right in. As you can see, we're allowing those seeds to go in. You can see the row behind it. So let's go down just a ways. Very simple. So as we go down, we'll make our row down, and then we're going to make our way back on the other side. Right, now we've got the row planted with the earthway cedar. If you look closely, this kind of has a light look about it, but you can see those 4 rows of carrot seeds have been put into the ground. So this is a 50-foot bed, 30 inches wide, and they are now in the ground. So next comes the difficult part. We're looking at about 10 days of germination to get germination. And so this is where your work starts. Now you've done all your preparation. You have broad forked, you put down your compost, you've planted your seeds, and now you have to make sure they're going to germinate. And that's the tricky part with carrots. So we've done all the things we need to do. We're like, now how do we get those carrots to germinate? And that's where it's going to take a lot of patience and time and making sure that they have the moisture that they need. As you can see out here, we use a drip line, and those emitters are about every 12 inches, and you'll get a 6 to 7 inch circle, and that's great. And for fully grown vegetables, plants, that water is going to work its way down into the soil and do exactly the hydration that's needed for those plants. But in a case where we're trying to get seeds to germinate right here on the surface, these gaps need to have moisture. So how do we go about doing that? Well, this is fine, and we can do first of all with our drip, and that's what we like to do out here because it's a very efficient way to water. But you can water this and keep those carrot seeds wet in several different ways. One is you can use a wobbler. You can use a top watering system, set on a timer. You can bring a hose over, do it yourself, which does take time, but you can actually get all of this bed wet and covered and those seeds to germinate. The other thing that we do out here, because I don't like to drag hoses, I have other crops close by, so I can't just drag a hose anywhere, is we actually have a watering can come along about every 3 to 4 hours, which again, this is very labor intensive, but come along and do top watering. And we've gotten pretty efficient at doing that fast. And yes, I've done that up to 7 times in a day before. So that's one of the methods. There's another method out there, which are row covers. You can buy a row cover fairly inexpensively. Once everything has been moisturized, the water has been put down, and you have that moisture where you want it to be, you can go over with a row cover and have this entire row covered over, keep that moisture locked in, and then you do want to check it periodically because that germination time on carrots is going to be about 10 days. And at that point, you're going to want to take, once you see those seedlings coming up, take that row cover off. Thanks again for watching. Talking about carrots 101 today. Hope that you got something out of it. If you like this video, please hit like, please subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications because we're going to be coming to you again soon. And looking at these carrots, these were planted last fall, and you can see we had a pretty good germination rate. So with a little time, a little care, preparation, you can get those wonderful tasting carrots. Actually have them growing right where you want them to, the way you want them to. Thanks again for Whirlwind Family Farm. Appreciate your time.